ain't tripping, this is easy, easy. Got 'em excited to meet me, meet me. I got diamonds, you got CZs, CZs. Wake up, get to it, and repeat, repeat. Hey, I ain't hearing nothing haters say. Let them talk about us. My whole crew is about 100 deep. Gotta walk around it. I kill it and then I walk away with the chalk around it. I just get low key and watch them talk about it, talk about it. I'm in New York and we finna get loose. Squeeze the big apple and give me the juice. Don't wanna talk, I just do what it do. My alter egos can fill up a room. Hop on the flight, take a trip to Peru. Yeah, hop in the whip that is missing the roof. My woman a fire, just look at my boo. I'm the almighty, I'm feeling like Bruce. Ooh, 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 ooh. I don't need much, ability to do. Ooh, 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 ooh. Breaking the hearts and breaking the rules. Ooh, 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 ooh. 10 out of 10, I'm feeling like 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. I ain't tripping, this is easy, easy. Got 'em excited to meet me, meet me. I got diamonds, you got CZs, CZs. Wake up, get to it, and repeat, repeat. Hey, I ain't hearing nothing haters say.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you to GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback.
Here we go, son.
Starting on the ground with Herbert. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This defense for the Chiefs, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Here's Fields now on second down. Steps away to his left. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a 7th-round surprise from a year ago. It's Isaiah Pacheco. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath. hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
15.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, as everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there, because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bears are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Here we go. 11.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. You talk about this Chiefs defense. They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
And being able to set the tone early in this game, because when you get down to it, it's that sign that we saw in their football facility when we visited with them. The one that said no explosives, no big plays, no chunk plays. That's what they've got to take care of.
Looking to throw on 2nd down, Fields. His throw incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. Waiting on it will be Richie James. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
At their own 38-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
Attack!
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Yellow!
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. He's into space past the 25. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Pacheco gets it up the gut. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
some of the most unselfish players on any football team? Defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Throwing is Mahomes on third. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number one. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit. And that's what he did on that play.
Fields. That is caught by Herbert. So the completion good for just 3. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he will have the Bears' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Mooney, the motion man right. On 1st down, Fields. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Chase Claypool, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears have taken the lead. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they wanted to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a 1st down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Mahomes throwing complete to Valdez-Scantling. Down the sideline he goes. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs have cut it back within a score. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that 1st quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times, it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the 2nd quarter. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now it's Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the 1st half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards.
I like the boldness of that play call from the offensive coordinator because he wasn't daunted even by the double coverage he expected to draw to the tight end. The result, a huge gain and a major shot of confidence.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. George Karlaftis. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this 1st half. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Meanwhile, Fields' throw there complete to Mooney. But he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Fields. And he will not be able to hang The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Now here's Trenton Gill now. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10. Mahomes now to throw. Dancing to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. On 1st down, it's Fields. He'll get that complete to Khalil Herbert. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Justin Fields, as the first half is winding down. And the Bears will extend their lead here just before halftime. Santos with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan
The
Coachman
final adjustments taking place here for both of these squads.
Coach.
They're about ready for the second half in Kansas City. And for the call, we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
The Super Bowl champs trailing here, but they will get the ball first to begin quarter number 3. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now. Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times. There he goes, right side. He's across midfield, and he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run, and the Chiefs are going to get a fresh set of downs. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
At this point in the game, and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 43 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Open on the left side, this is Valdez-Scantling. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and goal. Throwing now is Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Butker's kick here is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're rocking and rolling, but the scoreboard doesn't show a big difference. Maybe it's one of those games where coaches say you can't miss your turn on offense.
I like the way you phrased it, especially with that. I love that rocking and rolling because the explosions on offense are happening. So that's going to keep the crowd going. They're loving that. But defensively, they just can't get it together to get the stops they've needed in order to help increase their margin. They've got to find a way, but you're not counting on it. That's exactly what you said. Can't miss your turn, can't miss your opportunity.
Yeah, they're going for another opportunity now. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 16. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play. We're back now in KC. It's Bears football here. They also have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Herbert powering up the middle. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there. Second down. Well, no doubt here in the 4th quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now Fields. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure is starting to close in. They just got to throw this one away.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Eddie Jackson picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off play action, Fields. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Herbert. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Chicago. Khalil Herbert, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now, after the touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Into space at the 45. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 35. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 14. A good pickup there, 26 yards. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. He'll drop this off to Pacheco. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
Here we go, Scott.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Big stop from a guy who can bring a big hit, Nick Bolton. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop? Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Here we go.
Hand off right side for Herbert. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Brought down by Willie Gay. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd and 5. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Fields. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Mahomes. Flush to his right. Complete. Valdez-Scantling into space at the 45. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agree. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game.
And isn't that the magic number you get? All right, 300, that means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through him right now, throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team. They feel good about what they're doing.
Throwing middle, it It's complete. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. They'll run here with Pacheco. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
So the deficit now 3 after the huge conversion, but they need to get the football back.
So this is where special teams really comes into play, because getting the ball back, it starts with this next kickoff. How do they get downfield? Either jar it loose or get the ball back themselves. That's going to be key for them.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
So a big one coming now for Cairo Santos. This to swell the lead to 6. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Here's 1st down.
Yellow.
Mahomes. Flushed out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play they were so backed up, it would have taken